Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this press conference on the new EU-OSHA campaign, Safe and Healthy Work in the Digital Age. I have the pleasure to welcome today Commissioner for Jobs and Social Rights, Nicolas Schmit, Spain's Secretary of State for Employment and Social Economy, Joaquín Pérez, and Executive Director of EU-OSHA, William Cockburn Salazar. They will present the campaign to us. And after their statements, we will be ready to take your questions. Commissioner, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So good morning, everybody. First, I would like to thank Secretary of State Pérez and Director Cockburn for joining us in Brussels today to launch this important campaign, Safe and Healthy Work in the Digital Age. The digital transformation driven by the rise of digitalization, algorithmic management, remote working is fundamentally changing the way we work. Digital technology is having a monumental impact on our economies, on our labor markets, on jobs, even on our private lives. I'm sure that as journalists you have experienced the transition to the digital world firsthand, having to deal with streams of information, data, transforming the way the news are delivered. 93% of workers in large companies and 85% in micro companies use digital devices at work. Digital is the new normal, but we find ourselves at the intersection of profound changes and new possibilities. There are numerous advantages that technology brings to workplaces, spanning both from so-called blue-collar to white-collar jobs. For instance, it can bring significant added safety in manufacturing or construction. It can increase work-life balance thanks to flexibility and autonomy. It can minimize the time we spend doing repetitive tasks, allowing us to be more productive elsewhere. More broadly, it can also make us more competitive on a global stage. But there can also be potential pitfalls, such as an increase in workload, the lack of a right to disconnect, missing out on socializing, challenges in terms of data and privacy, ethical considerations, and the fear that masses of jobs could be lost. The World Economic Forum estimates that more than 75% of companies are looking to adopt AI-powered applications in the next 5 years. AI and automation can profoundly disrupt labour markets and will likely transform almost all professions, at least to some degree. But importantly, AI will not only affect the quantity of jobs, but above all, their quality. It has the potential to significantly influence workers' quality of life and working conditions. We are all well aware of that. As a first step in our proposal for a directive on platform work, we proposed a new set of rights on the use of automated systems for the management of platform workers. The platform economy is growing rapidly, so it is right that we make sure the working conditions are adequate and fair. We want to increase transparency so people can understand how tasks are allocated, how prices are set, how they are being evaluated. We also want to make sure personal data not related to the work cannot be collected. The aim is to ensure there is human monitoring of decisions. It should be possible to contest those decisions, giving people the right to receive explanations within a short time frame and to redress. When it comes to AI more broadly, the Commission proposed the AI Act, which is currently negotiated by the co-legislators. It defines AI systems used for the purpose of recruitment and worker management as high risk. As such, they must respect certain requirements in terms of transparency, safety, accuracy, and human oversight. This brings an additional safety net for workers. People need to be accompanied in the digital transition to keep their skills up to date as the economy evolves. As President von der Leyen has said, the best technology is only as good as the skilled workers who can install and operate operate it. We need to create better conditions for lifelong learning, and that is what we are promoting under the Year of Skills. Ensuring safety in the digital era is a team sport. Just like in any sport, we all need to play our positions if we want to achieve success. We need social partners, companies, workers. We need governments, we need the EU, but we also need a kind of coach, a mentor or expert who guides us. And this is how I see the role of EU-OSHA and Director COCKBURN and all colleagues. EU-OSHA provides us with the tools, education and training we need to be successful. The agency facilitates communication, helps us analyze risks and provides rule books for companies. So, as we tackle the challenges of the digital age, I want to thank EU-OSHA for doing just that by launching this very timely campaign. And my thanks also to the Spanish presidency for its commitment to occupational safety and health. The campaign will help raise awareness and understanding about these issues, promote risk assessments by employers and facilitate the exchange of best practice. And Director COCKBURN can give you a more detailed overview on the practicalities. And with this campaign, by working together, we will help employers in the EU to ensure decent working conditions in the digital age. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. State Secretary, please.
Muy bien, muchas gracias. Buenos días. Me gustaría disculpar en primer lugar a la vicepresidenta segunda del Gobierno, que ha tenido un inconveniente personal que le ha impedido venir a esta rueda de prensa como hubiera sido su deseo. Y me gustaría dar las gracias al comisario y al director de la agencia por el magnífico trabajo realizado en lo que yo entiendo que es un elemento central y decisivo de la prevención de riesgos laborales ya mismo y seguramente en los próximos años. Cuando alguien habla de la transformación digital del trabajo, hace referencia seguramente al mayor de los cambios civilizatorios que el mundo del trabajo va a tener y ya está teniendo en los próximos años y que ya de alguna manera está impulsando y está afectando al conjunto de empresas y trabajadores. Es muy importante en esta estrategia y creo que me gustaría felicitar al director por ello, comprobar cómo la transición digital es básicamente toda una fuente de oportunidades. Tenemos más capacidad que nunca precisamente para prevenir riesgos laborales, para de alguna manera adivinar dónde se pueden producir, establecer medidas preventivas que sean realmente eficaces, cruzar datos, establecer toda una intervención científica en el ámbito de la prevención, pero está claro que también tenemos grandes retos, grandes riesgos por delante, no solo nuevos riesgos profesionales, sino también nuevas fórmulas de encontrar en la transición digital y en el impacto digital en los empleos, fórmulas de seguir garantizando los derechos laborales tal y como hemos hecho durante todo el siglo XX. Saben ustedes, yo creo que el comisario es el adalid de una de las que puede ser la directiva más importante, una de las directivas más importantes en materia de política social de la Unión Europea, que es la Directiva de Plataformas, que, como ustedes saben, ahora constituye precisamente, estamos en el núcleo de su negociación durante la presidencia europea, y esa directiva precisamente tiene como objeto garantizar los derechos laborales en las nuevas formas de empleo. Derechos laborales y derechos preventivos, porque básicamente también lo que ocurra con una directiva de ese tipo determinará hasta qué punto podremos proteger de manera clara los derechos de todos aquellos que cada vez son más y potencialmente serán más que prestan sus actividades profesionales en el seno de plataformas digitales o gobernados con algoritmos. Realmente esta ambivalencia de la estrategia como una gran oportunidad de avanzar en materia preventiva usando toda la tecnología a nuestro servicio, pero a su vez no descuidar los nuevos riesgos que da lugar la transición digital, esta transición digital que nos afecta, hace que sea realmente interesante leerla y seguirla. Yo animo a que lo hagan. no solo el trabajo en plataformas digitales, que digamos es uno de los asuntos estrella de la Unión Europea y que, vuelvo a insistir, ha impulsado de manera decisiva el comisario Schmidt, sino todo lo que sucede, la automatización de tareas es un elemento central con el que vamos a tener que lidiar en los próximos tiempos. El trabajo a distancia como una realidad cada vez más cotidiana o una realidad prácticamente híbrida, ¿no? Ni siquiera con una frontera clara en cuándo se trabaja a distancia o cuándo se mezclan ambas formas de prestación, o la gestión de las relaciones laborales a través de la inteligencia artificial, que es casi también un elemento ya generalizado. Es decir, que te pueda despedir un ordenador comunicándotelo automáticamente a través de un mensaje de WhatsApp, que tu casa se convierta no en un lugar de descanso, sino en un lugar de trabajo, donde uno tiene que buscar los mecanismos para volver a convertirla en un lugar del descanso, o que el ritmo de tu trabajo lo marque un dispositivo que te vibra en la muñeca, establece riesgos muy evidentes que hay que afrontar y que hay que hacerlo no desde la perspectiva del miedo, sino desde la perspectiva de la oportunidad. No puede ser, por tanto, a mi juicio, más oportuna esta campaña. Es una campaña que felicito, que la Presidencia española ve como una clarísima oportunidad. Está hecha justo en el tiempo y muy bien hecha. Por lo tanto, agradezco al Instituto, que además tiene su sede en España, lo cual es también una gran felicidad. Y yo creo que además se suma a otras iniciativas clave que se han ido produciendo durante todo este tiempo en el seno de los consejos ESCO. Quizá me gustaría destacar, pero saben ustedes que hemos hablado, el Consejo Económico y Social Europeo también se ha pronunciado, de unas conclusiones sobre salud mental y precariedad que precisamente han tenido muy en cuenta el impacto de las nuevas tecnologías en el trabajo y cómo eso también impacta en la salud mental de las personas trabajadoras y da paso también a repensar el impacto de las nuevas tecnologías desde el punto de vista de los riesgos psicosociales, ¿no? Saben además también, y esto aprovecho esta comparecencia ante ustedes para solicitar a los interlocutores sociales que perseveren en la necesidad de alcanzar cuanto antes un acuerdo sobre teletrabajo y desconexión digital, porque estos acuerdos también serán decisivos para establecer mecanismos de prevención de riesgos laborales oportunos en estas formas nuevas de trabajo y garantizar el derecho de desconexión digital, que seguramente es una de las maneras de prevención de todos estos riesgos más adecuadas, ¿no? Por lo tanto, muchas gracias al director de la agencia por haber impulsado esta guía, muchas gracias al comisario, y desde la Presidencia española no podemos más que valorarlo con mucha satisfacción, entre otras cosas porque se incorpora a las propias estrategias que España viene llevando a cabo desde hace algún tiempo. Saben ustedes que aprobamos la Ley Riders como un elemento de protección de los derechos laborales, también los de prevención de riesgos laborales, en el seno de las plataformas digitales de reparto. Hemos abordado un criterio de riesgos psicosociales que sirva a la Inspección de Trabajo y Seguridad Social española como guía para profundizar en esta nueva clase de dolencias vinculadas a la salud laboral, o tenemos una estrategia de seguridad y salud en el trabajo que precisamente establece que las nuevas tecnologías y su impacto en el trabajo deben ser especialmente revisadas desde el punto de vista de la prevención de riesgos laborales. Salgo quizá un poco del papel institucional, pero piensen que ayer en España se suscribió un acuerdo entre las dos fuerzas políticas que aspiran a formar el nuevo Gobierno de coalición, que precisamente incorporó expresamente entre sus contenidos la necesidad de evaluar la legislación de prevención de riesgos laborales para incorporar los riesgos asociados a las nuevas tecnologías, que será una tarea que podrá hacer el nuevo futuro Gobierno que se constituya en España. Por mi parte, nada más. Reitero las gracias al comisario Schmidt y al señor Bornblum como director de la agencia y quedo a su entera disposición. Gracias.
Thank you very much. Yes, do go ahead, Mr. Cockburn.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Commissioner, Secretary of State, for supporting us today in the launch of this campaign, also for so eloquently setting out both the policy and regulatory initiatives which I think are world-leading, world-class, both at European level and at national level in Spain, and also for highlighting some of the most important issues from a technical level that we will be addressing through this campaign. So, as you've correctly said, IT has been with us in work for many decades, but really, at the moment, digitalisation is evolving so rapidly that it's having a massive impact on the world of work. We find ourselves at a time when artificial intelligence, big data, algorithms, collaborative robots, a whole host of new technologies are altering the labour market, introducing new jobs and revolutionising the way we work. But as the Commissioner said, this is all familiar for you as media professionals who are quite often in the front line of these sorts of changes. Now, while these changes and these trends present exciting opportunities for us to improve occupational safety and health, so we can eliminate, repetitive tasks through automation. We can take workers out of particularly dangerous or hazardous situations. They do also present risks and challenges. And this rapid development, this incredible growth in digitalisation, means that we don't fully understand their impact on safety and health. But we know that challenges include a possible increased risk of injury, working with more sophisticated automation, increase in workload, increase in work intensity, leading to stress, working in isolation, musculoskeletal disorders, amongst others. And we also know that to mitigate these potential negative effects, we need to have digital technologies that put the human at the centre, a human at the centre of the design, of the implementation, and the management and the regulation of these technologies. And at the agency, we've been researching all of these issues over the last 4 years, providing a really solid base for this campaign. Just to mention, one of the activities that we undertook was a survey of workers on digitalisation, and that highlighted that already 1 in 3 workers are reporting that they're monitored through digital devices, or that they have tasks, shifts, work allocated to them automatically, digitally, that their work is rated automatically using digital technology. And 1 in 3 as well say that their workload has increased, and as much as 1 in 2 workers that this is increasing their work in isolation. So I think you can see from that there are multitude challenges, that many of these risks that we've identified are in the area of psychosocial risks that could lead to burnout, depression, anxiety. For that reason, our campaign is also one of the flagship initiatives under the Commission's comprehensive approach to mental health. It's contributing not only in the area of prevention, but also in rehabilitation and reintegration. A decent, high-quality job is an excellent success factor for recovery from mental health problems. And all of these issues we're going to cover during the campaign, but we're going to run the campaign based around 5 main priority areas, and each of those priority areas will focus on a specific topic for 4 months. And the first one is working through online platforms, as we've heard just now, the occupational safety and health risks associated with that, the automation of work tasks. The third topic is working remotely or hybrid work and telework. The fourth one is management of workers through artificial intelligence, whether algorithmic management or human resource analytics. And the final one is the use of smart digital systems. They could be virtual reality, they can be wearable devices to monitor exposures, they can be smart artificial intelligence technical systems to look at exposures as well. And across all of these areas, we're going to be stimulating debate, raising awareness about the key issues, and most importantly, perhaps, sharing guidance, good practice, examples of case studies, and this is all going to support employers in their duty to protect workers in the context of these changes. Now, finally, I'd just say that, as with our previous campaigns, EU-OSHA is going to be mobilising all of the actors, all of its network, from the EU institutions and presidencies to the social partners at EU level, but also at national level through our national focal points and the national networks, including social partners, that they have in all of the member states. And social partners have a key role, as we've heard already in the negotiations ongoing, but at all levels. And for us, at all levels, in getting these messages out to where they're most needed. And it's through this approach that EU-OSHA is able to run the largest campaign on occupational safety and health in the world. We're covering over 30 countries, and we'll be having more than 300 events organised by the agency, as well as other events then organised by our partners. And I really hope that during those 2 years that you, as journalists, will accompany us and help us to relay those messages and to raise visibility and awareness of the key messages. And we're open for questions. Thank you.
Indeed, now we're ready to take your questions, so I would invite you to raise your hand, announce the media you're working for, and then I'll give you the floor. First question goes to journalists here in the press room. Go ahead.
Good morning, Raquel Abad, Europa Press. I was wondering how many companies engage already, or how many are expected to engage in the months to come, and also specifically in the case of Spain, how many are, do you think are willing to participate in the campaign? Thank you.
Mr. Cockburn?
Yeah.
I can say that in general terms, the feeling that we have already is that this campaign is going to have an unprecedented level of interest. We have a programme called the Official Campaign Partnership Offer, which we, for practical purposes, limit to 100 members, and that's sold out, if you like, in record time. At the national level, we rely on our collaboration with the national focal points, in this case, the Instituto Nacional de Seguridad y Salud en el Trabajo, and they organise and bring in a lot of actors, and then, of course, through the sectoral social partners as well. So, while I can't give you at this point a number, we may be able to provide you with some additional figures for Spain, but I don't have a figure on the tip of my fingers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other questions in the room? Are there any questions online? I don't see any, so I would like to thank our speakers for coming down to the press room today and all participants for their questions. This concludes today's conference on the new EU-OSHA campaign, Safe and Healthy Work in the Digital Age. I wish you all a very nice day.